Right, so today I've decided it'd be a good idea to come to one of my favourite cemeteries in Oldham, which actually for me surpasses even Greenwich's, which is spectacular. But I mean, there's some proper good graves down here. Not that graves are good, but you know what I mean. Examples of like just beautiful stonemasons' work, and you know, some really important people. I mean, look at that. Stunning. This is the graveyard where the I think there's some dronsfields buried down here. I'll show you anyway. There's various bits. Massive epitaph for some people. I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's like a house. This is the grave of William Rowland, died in 1877, as well as Alice Rowland. I'm assuming that's his wife. Oh, if you just look at that, it's absolutely wonderful. It's got all these plinths around it. That one's obviously broke off a few years ago. But again, as I said in these other ones, I mean, these graves have got to be, they've got to belong to people who are, you know, leaders of industry years ago or something. They've got to be, haven't they? Joseph Brearley of Union Street, Oldham. He died at 66. Fred Crossland Brearley. 20th Battle Royal Fusiliers, son of Edward. Died in 1916 in France. Killed in action. Last time I came down here, I didn't really venture into this part. But it's interesting that you've got this here. Obviously this is the chapel, but they've literally bricked it right up. So now it's just there. Stunning slate roof. But literally, let me show you this. So the other day, as part of my exercise, I went to St Margaret's. These videos aren't posted on the day, by the way, some of them are a bit sporadically spread out. But in fact, what is this? Yeah, so I went to St Margaret's and there's a graveyard there for Dronsfield. And I just noticed a minute ago, if it's the same family, it's got to be. They're buried here as well. So this is John Summer Scales of Oldham. He's been in there since 1868. Elizabeth Jackson. Here we go. This is interesting. John and Mary Clegg. Woodclose, Westmoreland. 1861. Oh, 3 months. Another one here from Bankfield, Whalley Range. Let's go and have a look over here, because it's over here where all the spectacular monuments are. And I mean, spectacular, they're absolutely stunning. I'm not walking on graves here, by the way, this is the back of them. So let's see. Yeah, I think Chadderton Cemetery has to be probably the best one in terms of how it's set out, and for me anyway, how it's set out and the people that are in there, some real influential people. Look, that's an unusual one. Really unusual, that. It's Jesus Christ on the cross at the top. William Smith Stott, September 1805 to 1851. His wife Helen's in there, and then you've got Lieutenant James Scott, born March the 1st, died in action. Can't tell what it says. I think it's a French town. It's all worn away. The Dronsfield graves down here. Let's see. Yeah, there's definitely loads of history down here, and the shame is you wouldn't, for the majority of it, you wouldn't know who they are. Here we go, Dronsfield. So this is what we're saying, Dronsfields, they had a business in Oldham. It's the same family, but it's a similar grave. That other guy in St Margaret's, he hasn't got a grave as splendid as this, but it's not to say anything, it's just that. So who's in here? You've got... Right, so these people lived at Worneth House in Worneth, died in 1875, and also a wife, Mary, 1897. That could be them, you know, because that's not far from the building at top of Ashton Road. But there's even a spare plaque there. Annie Wood. I think she's stunning. Look at her. Absolutely beautiful. And she's in memory of Kathleen Spencer, daughter of John and Isabella Spencer. She died at 21 years old. Just going to go over here because this fella here, so he's not doing anything wrong, but keeps looking at me a bit strange, probably wondering what the hell I'm doing. I'm going to go up through here. See what I mean? They're just spectacular. They're 1869. There's a really interesting grave coming up. Like I say, I've shown this one before. It really is ornate and stunning. So if you've ever heard of the family, the Platts, massive employers of Oldham, massive MPs, everything. In fact, there's a monument in Alexander Park. The guy standing on the plinth, that's one of the Platts. He was MP of Oldham. And this is where they interred him. I think this has always been a way in. Maybe it had a gate on at one point. John Platt MP. Isn't it a shame? Look at it, you know, no one's clearing it off. Or doing anything. Someone's old sock there, look. Not what sock's doing in a cemetery. There you go. Oh wow. Now look at this one. This is fabulous. George Hilton family. Now they must have been loaded. They must have been employers or something. The problem is there's that much to look at. I really wish some of them had information. Look at this one here. Charles Hardman of Queen's Road, Oldham, who entered eternal rest, age 49. Charles Hardman, Justice of the Peace. This one would be a good one to research because they're public figures. Here we go. This scroll was erected by the work people of Bankside Mill, Oldham, and Diamond. I'm just going to move this. I can't put my fingers in case there's spiders in there. I can't stand them. I'll just clear it. Diamond Works, Royton, as a token of respect and sympathy for the loss of a friend. 1907. Some huge bees about as well. Kitty. Colonel Fred Hardman, MCTD JP of Queen's Road. This is a prominent family. I'll definitely be researching them when I get back. Put notes in. I can only put notes on comments because I'm trying to upload off. Computer's broke, so I'm having to upload off my phone. So you have to make do, don't you? I'm not that much of a YouTube whiz. Now, there's one here that caught my eye, which I think is spectacular. In fact, there's just so many. Wow, look at this. You see what I mean about it being interesting? Just loads of stuff to look at. Birch. Now this was made by Taylors and Sons, which must have been an Oldham firm. Thomas Birch of Ross-on-Sea, late of Oldham, who died August 1824, aged 64. Or is that 1924? I think it's 1824. No, it's 1924. Armstrong. Right, literally these people have got to have been prominent because my family have been in Oldham for quite a long time. They've got a grave up in Grinnickers and it hasn't even got an headstone because no one could afford one. So I'm absolutely adamant that this must be something. Look at that. It's interesting, it looks like a castle. Ellie Lees, 1892. Lancaster, Colne, London and Werneth Park, Oldham. Incidentally, my granddad's buried in this cemetery as well, but right over there, right over where all the newer graves are. He does have a headstone. He didn't go in the family grave, I don't know why. And then you get to the bottom of it. Wow, just seeing something spectacular. Look at this one. Some people coming up here now. So this is a tomb to James Proctor, Justice of the Peace of Walshaw. Something. It looks like Flayed Place. Oh, Walshaw Place, Oldham. He died in 1916. Love in memory of William Ashton, son of Squire of Mary Ashton. Love in memory of the Squire of Ashton of Queen's Road, Alexander Park, Oldham, born 1826. Perim Island, I don't know where that is. There's another one here, another big monument. Lucy Mary Platt, wife of James Platt. Well, that will be the wife of one of the Platts, won't it? Esquire MP, Lucy Mary. She died in 1862. I wonder why she didn't get put in the grave with everybody else. Maybe there wasn't room. And why is her husband not married with her? Oh, he is. Wow. Here we go. James Platt, Esquire MP for the borough. Born 1824. Died 1857. Good God, he wasn't only 30 odd. There you go. Another Platt grave. Really is. Lovely place, this one. Just want to have another look at this. Wow, look at that Platt grave, it's huge. Huge. A pair of them are in there. Gertrude Buckley, bottom of the moor, Oldham. Okay, there's more to see, but it's getting the time, isn't it, to come along and just do it all. You've also got to keep your wits about you, haven't you? Because last thing you want to do, if possible, is to be walking on people's graves. It's really bad. Here's another prominent family, gotta be Haig. William T. Haig. Definitely going to do some research on these people. I'm going to go home now though. Carry on with my work. And, I'll probably work till 6 o'clock tonight. Make sure I do what I need to do. And then it's interesting, isn't it, how, because that grave down there, big Clegg one, Platt, excuse me, that's for the MP, and then you've got this one here that's also got the MP on it. So I know the family themselves are really prominent in terms of politics and influential, so I don't know. Here's this fella again who sure thinks I'm a nut job. Just gonna have a look at these two. I'm not gonna speak though because he's looking at me like I'm weird. Here lie the remains of Hannah Marie, daughter of Samuel Radcliffe, Esquire, died 1861. Oh, one last one. One last one. Oh, we've looked at that one, haven't we? Oh. Well, let's get home.